Hey guys, so I wanted to go through a problem from lesson 4 today that seemed a little bit trickier, and we wanted to make sure you knew how to do it in case it showed up on a quiz or an exam. So I picked problem question number 5 from lesson 4, which is quadratics in vertex form. And this question is asking you to solve the equation using the square root property. So we're going to go through how to do that. So we have 15x plus 5 squared plus 200 equals 0. So the square root property is basically just taking the square root of both sides to eliminate a squared term. And so we're going to start by isolating our squared term by subtracting 200 to both sides, to the other side, which leaves us with 15x plus 5 squared equals negative 200. Taking the square root of both sides leaves us with 15x plus 5 equals the square root of negative 200. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky. You can't actually square root a negative number. So to represent that, we use I, which means imaginary number. I equals negative 1, essentially. So we're going to pull I out to essentially turn that positive. So equals I square root 200. Now we can simplify the square root of 200. The square root of 200 is also the same as 2 times 100, right? And 100 is a perfect square. It's 10 times 10, right? So we can actually simplify that to be, just to clarify, this is 100 times 2, where 100 is a perfect square. You can square root that. It's 10, right? The square root of 100 is 10. So we're going to pull that 10 out, so that turns it to 10i square root 2. The other thing too, you have to make sure that you have your plus or minus. Whenever you take the square root of both sides, you end up with a plus or minus, so we have to remember to have that there. So plus or minus, plus or minus. Because you're essentially having, you essentially have two solutions. Okay, so now we're going to continue to solve for x by subtracting 5 from both sides. So we have 15x equals negative 5 plus or minus 10i root 2. Now we're going to take 15 and divide everything by 15. To further isolate our x value, we're going to go up here a little bit. So that leaves us with x equals negative 5 plus or minus 10i root 2 all over 15. Well, you can see that the negative 5, the 10, and the 15 are all divisible by 5, so you can simplify this down even further. So negative 5 over 15 could be reduced down to negative 1. The 10 over 15, this would be reduced down to 2. And the 15 divided by 5 would be reduced down to 3. So that further simplifies our solution and gives us our final answer. So now we have x equals negative 1 plus or minus 2i root 2 all over 3. And that is our final solution to this problem. If you have any questions about it, please don't hesitate to reach out, and thanks for watching.